So some of your outlets, lights, or appliances all of a sudden stopped working in your apartment. I'm going to show you a couple things you can try that are super simple that most of the time will get your power back up and running without having to call anyone. I'm Josh, and this is a Tenant's Guide to Electrical Issues. The first thing you can check is your breaker panel. A lot of times you can find these in closets. It might be in your basement. A lot of times they're flush mounted in the wall like this one here. So you just kind of look around your house, your apartment, see if you can track it down. This one's been painted over, but typically they will be this gray color on the inside. So once you open up your panel, it should look something like this. You're going to have 2 rows of switches and one bigger one at the top. What you're going to be looking for is a breaker that, instead of facing all the same directions like all these are, is more in the middle. It's not going to look like it's completely off like that. It's going to be sort of in between. What you're going to do once you find that one is you're going to switch it all the way off and then all the way back on. And that should reset the circuit. If it's not obvious immediately when you open the panel which switch is tripped, then what you can do is you can just kind of go through and push on them or jiggle them around. Usually when they're tripped, they're going to be in the middle and they're going to be able to be kind of pushed toward the on side. But if they're solid like they're on, you won't be able to move them, as you can see here. If you still can't find it after, trying to jiggle each one of the switches, you can just go through, turn them off, turn them back on, and reset each one. You're not going to hurt anything by switching a switch on and off. You might reset a clock or something, but there's really no danger in flipping these switches. So if you find the switch that's tripped, you turn it off and you go to turn it back on, and it sort of springs back into that middle position where it was. That means the circuit is still overloaded. So what you can do is go to the things that were working that stopped working and unplug some things from that circuit. You can kind of just go around unplugging things and try it again until it works again. That's what causes these to flip, is when you have too many things pulling too much amperage through a single circuit, it will throw one of the breakers. So if you've reset all your breakers and your power still isn't on, there's one more thing you can check, and those are called your GFCI outlets. Those stand for Ground Fault Circuit Interrupter. So a lot of times you'll find your GFCI outlets near water sources. So you should look in your kitchen or your bathroom. Sometimes lights or other things can also be wired onto the circuit with this GFCI outlet, and the outlet being tripped will cause all the other things on the circuit to also turn off. So your GFCI outlet is going to have 2 buttons in between the plugins. One is going to say test, which is typically on the bottom. The other is going to say reset, which is usually on the top. Sometimes these are colored red reset, black test. Other times they'll be the same color as the rest of the outlet. So here we have it. It's tripped. It's turned off. All you have to do is just find that reset button. You can use your fingernail and just press it, and it's going to turn everything back on. That's it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully your power's back on. If you found this helpful, feel free to check out some of our other maintenance videos.